Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Shantae Half-Genie Hero Ultimate Edition. So we finished Pirate Queen's quest, so now I guess we will play Friends to the End. Which I suppose, by the image here, this is maybe a game where we'll switch between playing as Roddy Tops, Sky, and Bolo. Which honestly, I feel like the whole game probably should have been that you should have gained abilities to potentially play as different characters at any point, or at least at specific points, and have their own little side stories. Here it seems like we are once again back to right about before the main story ended, and we're going to get an alternate take. Get around, kids! It's time to test out my latest invention. I call it the dynamo. What's it do, Uncle? I'll demonstrate. Watch closely. See, they clearly wrote into the story this point where the dark magic contaminates Shantae. They wrote that point in there so that there could be this branching point where the other characters went off and did their own adventures. See those crystals at the top? One of them is made of dark magic, the other is made of light magic. When brought together, the crystals generate energy. What this machine collects and stores for future use. Which this machine uses, huh? What? He means it makes electricity, precisely. Now, I guess theoretically, if it makes electricity at a certain point, then you're just talking like protons and electrons at that point, and protons I guess would just be what they call dark magic, and electrons would be a light magic, or vice versa. Take your pick. Of course, protons and electrons are certainly sometimes magical in what they can accomplish, but they certainly don't accomplish magic. But what's the electricity used for? That's a good question. In this post technology society, or reverted from technology society, nothing uses electricity. Why? To help you protect Scuttletown, of course. We'll use this contraption to light up the town all day and night, 24 hours a day, to keep the pirates at bay. Gosh, you think that could really work? Actually, it's not a bad idea. Yeah, just having street lighting is very helpful to prevent crimes of opportunity and just general accidents. Of course it will. I followed the blueprints by the letter. No, he didn't. There was a hand crank originally instead of the hamster wheel and the zombie hamster. Uh-oh. I don't like the looks of that. Look out, it's going to... But see, this is like the third time we've seen this section. What has happened? So, did we really need to see this whole section 3 times? Or could we have just perhaps started right at this point? Oh no, it's Risky Boots, Queen of the Second Sea. Sorry to drop in unannounced, but it's time I give you all a demonstration of my own. Keep your eyes on the half-genie brat. See, it would even make sense in the end of the Risky Boots section for Risky Boots to have ended up fighting the evil version of Shantae full of dark magic, and then that would explain why Shantae was so much more powerful as a boss at the end of that story, and it could certainly explain why they would fight in the first place. What did you do to her? Isn't it lovely? I inverted her magic. But the machine wasn't designed for such a purpose. How could? Fool, don't you see? You were building my machine all along. You inhuman fiend. You switched the blueprints on me. Don't look so glum. What you've built for me is so much better, you see. Which, you see that Shantae's skin is kind of blue also, so it does really imply that Risky Boots is infected with dark magic, and at some point in the future you could easily perhaps invert her magic and turn her into a good character. You know, it wouldn't even, it would be kind of funny if she had like a split personality, and sometimes she would be blue, but a lot of times she would be not blue and good. And my next target will be the biggest source of light magic in the entire world, the Genie Realm. No, do that and you'll drown Sequin Land in utter darkness. Huh, now you're getting the picture. I'm off to destroy the world as you know it. Have fun with your ill-tempered genie brat. See, she's calling her a brat, but I kind of assumed that they were all about the same age, except for the uncle. Like, every character you see does seem to be in that nebulous 18-year-old age, where the 18 young 20s age, maybe even younger, because yeah, that's just a high fashion dress style that I would assume a younger person would wear. Where you look at Uncle, he's like fully covered in a coat and wearing jeans and a big old belt buckle and has a long beard. Ta-ta. Yeah, did we really need this scene? We can't let her go through with it. We've got to do something.
What can we do?
But what can we do? Haha. I know what you can do. You can suffer and squirm like the pathetic maggots you are. Wallow in torment forever in oblivion.
Pure evil.
No!
Take cover.
Hit the dirt!
Hit the dirt.
Die!
I'll destroy you all. Roar. And in the main game, this kind of takes some you do fade into the mental subspace of Shantae, Shantae's mind, and I guess we are now actually going to go into kind of a dark genie realm in our mind. What in the world happened? The dark magic must have overloaded her body. She's been knocked unconscious.
What do we do now?
So what do we do now? Yeah, we can't just leave her like this. Just a moment. Perhaps we can use this opportunity to help Shantae before she wakes up. There, you see that? The dark magic that exploded out of her body. Some force is drawing it back in. Call me crazy. I bet one of us could enter the vortex and try and rescue her from the inside. Assuming the good Shantae is trapped somewhere in there, one of us can make contact to bring her back. Yeah, that's a lot of setup. A lot of setup here. Mister, you are crazy. Even if this works, who knows what evil lurks inside her corrupted mind. If we provoke her, she could destroy us with a single thought. It's worth a shot. I'll help. If it'll help Shantae, I'll go. Haha. You, no offense, Bolo, but we're trying to save her, not make things worse. And I suppose you think you should go? Who died and made you boss cow? I should be the one. A zombie, no way. You're the last person Shantae would want inside her brain. She'd like it the most because I like her brain the most. Stop it, stop arguing, you three. Or you're going to... Wait. So yeah, it would have been easier to have just had the vortex explode and suck them in at the beginning. The good news here is this does seem like we won't be playing the same levels over again. Is this... Are we inside her mind? It looks like a storm. More like a nightmare. Bless it all, now I'm stuck out here by myself. What am I gonna do if she wakes up? Fend her off with a broom handle? Sigh, sounds like you kids made it anyway. Yes, we're here, inside Shantae's mind. I call it the Nightmare Realm. Who cares what you call it? Listen, you've got to find Shantae before it's too late. Right, you can count on me.
I can handle this myself.
No way, hero stuff is my jam. I'm going.
I say we split up.
I say we split up, you two slowpokes will just get in my way. Listen up, kids, teamwork. That's the only way you'll be able to help her, by working together. Grumble. Trust these two numbskulls? Sigh, okay, I guess. I know you can do it. May the bonds of friendship be strong as steel. Good luck. Now there is a series of games where you play as 3 different characters with 3 different abilities, and you either have 2, maybe even 3 people playing as each individual character, or more likely you're playing as one player who swaps between the 3 different characters. If they're doing that idea in this Shantae game, this could be very interesting. It will just be a matter of how often we have to swap between characters. If not, and we just play as one character, or can play as one character throughout the entirety of this story, that'd be pretty dull. Listen up, kids. To survive Shantae's twisted memories, you 3 will need to work together as a team. First, let's learn about Bolo. Bolo can fire his spring claw and grab on the pegs. Use the spring claw by pressing Y. Hold up to aim the claw directly upwards. Once Bolo is latched onto a peg, he can swing freely and jump off at any time. Go ahead and give it a shot. So he can aim in kind of a 45-degree direction with this, and not horizontally at all. So it's just up to the right, up to the left, and nothing more. Bolo can use his melee attack to destroy cracked blocks. Go ahead and smashy. Cool. So Bolo's actually fairly strong. Bolo can grapple both pegs and rings. When firing, Bolo's spring claw will default to a forward angle. Make sure that makes it easy to get him to swing back and forth. Shorten or lengthen the chain by pressing up or down. With a long chain, Bolo can jump at a greater distance. Give it a try. Alright, so. Alright. Well, I am pressing down, and apparently that is as low as it goes. Okay. And I just grabbed that ring. And I imagine that's more what they wanted to have happen. Except for the part about falling to my death. They probably didn't want that part. So he's going to be the swinger and the puncher. Next, let's learn about Roddy Tops. Roddy can throw her head through nightmare energy and similar barriers. Press and hold Y to put Roddy Tops in throw mode. Release to toss her head. She will reform anywhere her head safely lands. Try it out. So she gets an angle, and then her body falls into the ground and pops back up. Interesting. Roddy Tops can throw her head at any angle to match the situation. Throw at fixed angles using the D-pad, or free aim using the left pad. Give it a shot. So we could do that angle, we could do that angle, we could do that angle, that angle. See, downward gives you kind of a downward angle. And then doing a lot of that would be fairly slow though, because there is an animation. Use Roddy Top's head toss to move through soft surfaces such as thin platforms. Please note that you can cancel a throw at any time by pressing any face button. So that's how you get up there, and they can all run and jump. I guess the real question is who can slide. Finally, let's learn about Sky. You can toss one of Sky's eggs. Press Y while the egg is airborne to hatch a hoverboard for Sky to stand on. Use this ability to jump across wide gaps. Go ahead and give it a try. Yep. We didn't even see what the attack was for Roddy Tops. You can see Sky's attack is shooting a bird out. And she has a bit of a hover. When tossing eggs, Sky will default to a forward toss. However, holding up will allow her to toss vertically. Remember that Sky's bird platforms will not disappear as long as she's standing on them. Go ahead and show off your vertical toss. It feels like that is definitely an ability that needs an upgrade at some point. Sky can make longer jumps while using her friend Wrench as a glider. Jump and hold A to glide. We'd already figured that out. So that's a lot of tutorializing all at the front. Teamwork is often the key to victory. Determine who's best for the job and put that hero to good use. Switch between heroes using left bump and right bump. Alright, and now we have a major interface here, but no pause menu. Interesting yet. So let's see. Swing. And then let's see what her attack is. She uses her own leg. This removes her leg very quickly and hits something. And it seems like the whole world freezes. Sometimes two heroes need to work together. Try to make a hoverboard platform using Sky and a different hero to ride it. Solve this puzzle and it'll show off your teamwork. Alright, so I was thinking that that was what was gonna probably be the case. There we go. And then maybe you can speed up the animation. One last thing, listen closely. Each of you has a special move that consumes dream magic. Willow can throw bouncing spike balls. Roddy Tops can regain health. And Sky can summon protective birds that orbit her body. Try these moves by pressing B. Good luck and remember, use teamwork. So she has a brain eating animation. She has a pike ball style animation. And he has a bouncing animation, which, okay, cool. Still no menu. And I don't think there probably will be much of a menu. Really. I don't know if there's gonna be any I don't know if there's gonna be any like collectibles. Where are we?
Hey,
This looks like the other day when Risky Boots attacked.
don't you see?
Oh, don't you see? We're inside her mind, so it's only natural that we'd be experiencing her memories. So are we gonna play the same game a third time? Or perhaps are we gonna have events that happened in a previous game? I wouldn't mind redoing some of the events of the previous game, particularly if it's just the greatest hits of the previous games and not the entirety of the previous games. But I would be fairly upset if we were just doing the exact same levels once again.
So this is her brain, eh?
Ooh, such torture. Zombie cruelty. It's like going to an all-you-can-eat buffet with no spoon. Shh, let me think. After I dropped her off, Shantae chased Risky's Tinkerbell crewmen all over town. I bet it was all a distraction so she could swap the blueprints without being seen. Then let's hurry. If we're quick, maybe we can keep it from happening. Yeah, then everything will be back to normal. They're not in the past, they're in a memory. Ugh.
Numbskulls.
This isn't time travel, you lame brains. Changing the outcome in here won't have any effect on the outside world. The point is trying to make it that we know where Shantae will be. Therefore, we can head off and force a confrontation. Oh. Just leave the thinking to me, okay? Lots and lots of dialogue. Yeah. Just a ton of dialogue. And a save section? We just had a save section. Oh. Alright, well. Nope. I don't know if this is new content. Do any of these characters not swim? Nope. And we can't get in the water. I'd argue a lot of this freeform angle stuff is not that useful either. It's not a it's not a area that lets you grab onto things. It's not grapple gun. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if we have any real major use for money. And yeah, it doesn't really seem like we're gonna do too much. What's this? Got a dream squid. You found a dream squid. Try to collect a lot of them. You never know what might happen. Apparently there's 3 of them in the entire level. Yeah, I imagine we'll probably fight low-level characters, and mostly this will be around the idea of swapping more. Let's see. Yeah, you do have a unique position here where you kinda can constantly move. There we go. Like, why? I don't recall mermaids being here. Right. Yeah, we'll have to be fairly careful about that. And see, he's probably the best fighter. It almost feels like it's a Sonic style game where you can have, you know, you can have a maximum of 50 like rupees, and I'm up to like 27. No, it seems like each character has a maximum of 50, so do they refill their health when they get rupees, or are we trying to literally get 50 for each character? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why the different characters would have a different level of coinage. They share the health, clearly. And it kind of just always makes sense to swap back to this guy. And maybe Bolo will end up being the one that has the least number of rupees. Always. Yep. And so now we're just like totally out of magic. So are we supposed to have kept our magic? So, do I increase the odds of me getting magic when I play as the characters who need magic upgrades? So we got all three of the squids. That's interesting. But it does kind of feel like there's probably some upgrades, and that there probably is some reason to get back and play the levels multiple times. See, she just leveled up when she got 50 XP, 50 rupees. So this may very much be just a Sonic experience. And I don't know if her leveling up ability, if her ability does level up, what that really would do. Whether it would let her potentially throw 2 eggs to get perhaps a platform. See, if I did this and got that to that point, and then took this and tried to angle my head that way, it won't work, but this will. Shouldn't get you back to this point. Seriously? You can definitely see a lot of experiment here. Like this is something definitely different than what they were expecting. Alright. Now that we get into it a little bit easier. Try to swing the other way.
Nice.
So I'm a little still confused as to how many collectibles there are. I guess there are 3 dream squids in each section. Oh man. What can I do? Alright. Now you can still only throw 1 platform even though you've leveled up. Seriously, just don't know how we solve this. You can see each of the characters is slightly injured in their animation. Alright, there we go. That got me a little bit of health, but still not enough. Yeah, I don't know how we survive this one. Like, I have half a health. Unless we get some stage selection options, I assume we're just gonna die and then if we continue, we'll be ideally back at the same level. Alright. I have to be standing over here, don't I? That's what we want to do. And then do this. Are we fighting? There we go. We'll be fairly careful so that we can collect this, and then we'll try and rush through the rest of it. Oops. That wasn't too bad of a mistake. And what I want to do is level up the zombie girl. That way, maybe she can use her ability for less magic, or she can pull off a greater heal, I suppose. And yeah, I get it. You could certainly get fairly good at this, but it also could be fairly frustrating to have to swap between different characters all the time. And the game I'm thinking of, you kind of wish it was shared magic, first of all. The game I'm thinking of where you swap between the three characters, I feel like that game is almost 100% puzzle, and thus you don't have you don't have enemies ever in the game I'm thinking about that's similar to this, but not exactly like this. Yeah, it seems like she is a bit of a heavy hitter, but a slow hitter. So, you probably wouldn't want to play as Roddy Tops in a battle. Almost. Is there anything else? Let's hit that. Hit that. Still not a good way to get like a really good height. Like, clearly, if you are trying for height, you should not play as Roddy Types and try and throw her head. Seems like that feels like that's the first time you've been able to have a bird fly through the ground. let's try that. Interesting that it's bouncing off the air. It's not like there was something there. You can kind of see why the platforms have to disappear fairly quickly, because if they don't disappear, you can't throw another platform. And I was just 7 short of getting to level 4 with the Rowdy Tops, which may be helpful and maybe not. Oh goody, here we are, and there Shantae isn't. Fantastic. Way to go, Bird Brain.
But I was so sure.
I was so sure she'd be here. This is the exact time and place where Shantae battled Risky Boots and took back the blueprint. Your theory's blown, Professor. Hold up, you two. We've got company.
Queen of the Seven Seas.
So, almost certainly they are playing the role of Shantae. Tut-tut, call me Queen of the Seven Seas if you please.
What?
Huh, is she talking to us? Your dim-witted relic hunting uncle is always blah blah blah.
Hey.
I think we're reliving Shantae's adventure as Shantae. Come again? Don't you see? She's helping us by leaving a trail of memories to follow. Or the opposite, she could be using her memories to wipe us out. We're gonna find out real quick because Risky's wrapping up her speech. Blah blah blah, don't call it that. Men, lock and load. Let's give that brat a proper workout. Well, shoot, here we go. Alright. Risky Boots recall Tinker Slug. Alright, so there we go. And alright. We'll just wait. And then get up here. Just shoot as many pike balls at him as possible. Alright. But see, that killed me. And we may have hit a point here where the boss battles are going to be really, really difficult if we're not careful, because we only have so much health. And I guess the real question here would be to see, is our health going to change any? Alright. Let's go up here. Hit that. So she is probably the strongest character, but we're going to have to work hard to get that to work. Come on. Please let this be the last time. Yeah, that was a struggle. So it does kind of feel like the levels will be a bit of a struggle to maintain your health, maintain that refill that Risky Boots can do, and unless we get an upgrade in our health, we may get to a point where it's really, really difficult, particularly if we have to go through Risky's hideout. Like, that could be a nightmare, certainly. We beat her, now what? So you managed to get the upper hand, but you'll never save the half-genie runt from a fate worse than death, huh?
So long.
So long, bunglers. Oh ho.
Huh?
Was she talking directly to us? I don't know if they really needed to animate the ship zooming off.
But you said she was just a memory.
What?
You mean she caught me staring? Get it together. This could be the first of many memories. I say until we know what's going on, we keep moving forward. Right. Sigh, I guess so. And so we get a world clear where they all have their own little poses, but there's no platform to land on. And yeah, we are just saving like crazy, which is fine. Where are we? Another memory? Looks like it. I came here with Shantae to find the missing maidens. See? That's me over there. Hey guy, looking good. Hi, this is awesome. What am I saying? Something heroic. You're always leaving me out. I'm sick of barfing in your shadow. I should be the hero. Wah. Wow. Let's go. If we follow this memory, it will lead us to the next piece of the puzzle. Lots and lots of dialogue here. Very linear experience. Like, I thought the first game was linear, but at this point, it seems like you don't even have anything. You will just be left to a stage selection, and that's it. That was not the button I meant to press. What was the point of doing that? Like, the water doesn't hurt you. So, unless that was just a place to practice your swinging. We really are at a point where we cannot justify even a little bit of damage. Wonder if these little goos are not going to turn into the bigger characters. Well, I'm not gonna get those gems in time. Maybe over focusing here on see, how would we get downward though? Yeah, at some point we've got to get some kind of ability that would let us get in the water. I think. Unless there's something I'm not considering on this. See, yeah, you jump in the water. Unless the trick is to jump in the water and get down there. Which I guess that is the trick. So that may very well be the depths of which we go through the water. You can kind of feel how I may need to use the health regen option less frequently. You can kind of feel how this game would have been just over full with items and collectibles if all of these things existed at the same time. but I think I would have been willing to try that. Alright, so level is now maxed, so at that point there's no longer a reason to collect rupees from that perspective. So now it's a matter of just leveling up everything else. We still don't know what we get for getting all of the dream squids though, so this may just be a cutscene item that we get that gives us a different, like, in-screen section. And while that might be somewhat visually interesting, it'll be fairly unimportant in the grander scheme of things. Alright. Let's see. Back this direction. Take this. Make sure we fill her health, her magic, more than anyone else's. Yeah, just keep that magic full. And you can see the gems disappear faster than they probably should. Right. Get somewhere in the middle here. There we go. How do we want to do this? Over here, over there. Don't know if there really was a reason to come over here. I think it may have been more of a reason to come over here. Alright. I can't jump. Can't just jump, but I can do that. And there's the maidens. I had forgotten about the maidens, actually. Oops. Nah, that was fine, actually. Forgot about that little animation. The poor maidens, they really don't play enough of a role in the story. Right. There's kind of no reason to. Oh, I guess has a stronger attack when he's leveled up, which probably means each of the characters gets a stronger attack when they're leveled up, which that would be right in line with what I think you need to do. And then there's a whole different area here. And I was thinking maybe you would drop down on that. Alright. Is this really how we want to do this?
Level up.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the right move. Yeah, it still seems like you spend a decent amount of like oh, I don't know why I'm struggling here. I should just do this, and then that wasn't exactly what I meant to happen, but it worked nonetheless. Darn it. Really needed to pick up the health in that point. There's me. Like, is that really worth it to do all of that? It seems like it really isn't. Let's go this way. Alright, so nope on that. Didn't do that. Didn't do that. Then we can get back over there fairly quickly. I can definitely see how you'd have to get fairly good at Bolo's ability to use it to an advantage. But I could certainly see that happening if you're a decent pro player. But I think that the bigger advantage might very well be around Sky's platform ability, because that has the opportunity to really benefit you. This clearly is an example of an experience that they expect you to kind of rush through, because otherwise it's going to be very annoying to hear them say like level up over and over again. And you can kind of feel that they've intentionally lowered the can't transform when you are on a ring also. Alright. I don't think that was completely intentional. Alright, so we've maxed 2 of them now. Did we do everything over here? Yeah, we did. So, I want this, and then I imagine the idea was to come over here and get that first. And yeah, I do recognize that I am cycling through these characters way more than it needs to be cycled through, because I'm just not that good at memorizing the order of things. Pretty much anytime I see a section like there's gameplay like this, I end up hitting the button a lot. Alright, so we just got an achievement for that much. But unless there was an expansion to the amount of the max levels, I feel like we're probably not. Let's see. Let's see. Well. They've got the height at just the exact height so that the head won't go through. Alright. So I did this fairly well the first time, and then decided to move around instead of doing it the way I should have done it. Okay. That brings us here. And he dropped health. Not health, but potions, which is, I think, at this point, the equivalent of health. I missed it still. Probably could just hit that and use that as a way of getting over. Does nobody have any abilities to roll? Apparently not. Yeah. Do I want to go up higher? You've got to go up here. Not that. Alright, so we gotta do a platform that they have at a reasonable height. Which reasonable heights are subjective. Get up to that point. Alright, next we need to get up to that. And then maybe we just shoot ourselves up. Nope, I need the platform first. Then that. Unfortunately, the way this all plays out though is we are going to have to interesting little bouncing mechanic there. We're gonna have to really struggle, I think, to make sure we can safely make it to the end of this level. And if we can make it to the end of the level, then, and kind of only then, can we try for a different area. Oh. Notice I hit the wrong button there. And sent out a spike ball. Right. There we go. Now, if I try to get over there, I can't do it. So, I think what we have to do is that, and then that. And if I threw myself all the way over there, I don't think that's where I want to end up. So instead I'm going to throw myself all the way over here. And that's nice and all, but we still are in a dangerous position. I really wish that there was just a kind of maxed out health that you could, like, once you're at max level, you get potentially a slowly re-summoning of magic. Yeah, that's turning into a pain. My concerns about being able to just play the entire game, though, as one character have been alleviated. That clearly isn't the case. But do we have to do the whole slide thing? Because I really don't want to have to do the whole slide thing again for potentially a third time. In a funny way, this is all just pain. Like, because all you can try and do is get the squids. And I missed a squid. And we'll just deal with that later. But anything you hit is going to hurt you. And basically nothing you touch can give you health or refill you in any way. Let's see. Let's see, I fell and then that hurt me. And then go back to where we were. Although I guess in this case, that does allow me to potentially try and get the squid a second time. But honestly, I still am not getting rewarded for getting the squids, so... Like, the assumption here would be that the squids are... so we don't have any abilities, so switching between the different characters is actually kind of stupid. Like none of them can use their abilities. Them getting hit and leveling down, it's probably a mistake to let that happen. Then you get back to a continue point. Yeah. There's not even coins here to collect. So, in my current situation, the right move is to play as Bolo.
Nice.
And then take any hits that I'm going to as Bolo. That quick double jump that is pretty much impossible to see. Now I just want to make my way through all of this and be done with it, but I think there's still a lot to do. This is one of those experiences where you start to feel like you're going a little cross-eyed. Alright, I got it. Are we done? Please, can we be done? Yes, we're done. We're still in a terrible position though, because unless we get a full health recovery, we're gonna go into this boss fight that, unless it's not a boss fight, is gonna require us to do a lot of damage without taking a lot of damage. Look, there's Bolo number 2. Why is he all looking all dizzy and knocked out? Oh, that. I got clobbered defending Shantae from about 100 mermaids. I fought them off bravely, but then I saw my powerful muscles. They saw my powerful muscles and realized what a saucy fellow I was. Not this again. Literally throwing themselves at me like a starstruck. Please.
Stop talking.
And that's the reason. Tell it to your buddy here. Hey, wait up. Yeah, this is the kind of characterization and dialogue you'd like to have seen from these characters in the main game, where they were very much just kind of sidelined. Techno Baron. Arg, how did you get past my techno grunts? Only the guardian genie runt should have been able to reach the top of my mermaid factory. There's no way 3 unmagical misfits like you could make it. Wrong, Gator Face, my zombie move saved the day. Sure, kinda. But it was my mad bolo ball skills that tipped the scales in our favor. My years of studying and training warbirds saved my skins. I didn't even break a sweat. Oh dear, how utterly disgusting. You 3 are even more conceited than I am. No matter. I happen to know a queen-sized buoyant beauty who's big enough to cut those swollen egos down to size. Yee. Man, I wish I could get these words on the first try. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? Who cares? Quick, Bolo. You were there. How did you beat... How do we beat the next opponent?
Lay out the juicy
Yeah.
strat.
Interesting that they voiced that line. Alright, let's see. There was a mermaid, a big green one. She was wearing seashells, and she had long hair, but some of it was tied in hair buns or jellyfish. Hard to tell. Can't you remember anything besides what she looked like? So it'd be funny if this is a different skin on her or different like palette swap. Giga Mermaid, fishy flashback. Alright, well. Let's do this. Alright, so we don't want to do the balls alone. We want to make sure if they're going to hit something. There we go. There we go. In a funny way, this actually might let me swing way easier than the other ones. Let's see. Alright. So that's all the magic that we have. So I'm gonna do this. This is another slightly difficult puzzle, and you know, it's funny that we're gonna kind of get this all done in less than an hour and 20 minutes. Alright. Okay. First things first, we want to get the 2 bottom ones done. And then 3. That much. Okay. Then we want to get this one done. Then we'll we can get this one done. We're doing great. Alright, so let's get down here. And then let's not kill that one first. Alright, so last one we want to do is, can we get that to hit that? Yes, but I died. So we want to get the top right one as quickly as possible with the balls. And then we can probably get the rest without the pike balls. And it once again is a situation where, let's see, and he throws that, yeah. So where you're standing is just like the perfect place to do that one. Seriously? I don't see how that was fair to get lasered so accurately to the point where I didn't really have a chance to even escape. All right. Let's get the count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, 8 is it? Alright. But if you stand that far, you can't go to the left, obviously. You need to go to the right after that point. Let's see. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 7, actually. And that, by going to the right, triggered him. There we go. There we go. And then up here. Alright, it's just down here, good. Then just don't get hit. Come on. Yeah, that's not a very satisfactory ending to a level, certainly, to have to struggle multiple times. And wait a minute. After this point, don't we have to fight him again? Yes, we do. Alright. So, like, I was nowhere close to winning then. Alright. Alright, she can do more faster damage, but you have to be closer to her. Let's see. So is there a stage selection idea here, or what? Because I don't want to kind of lose my progress, but I also don't want to have to try this because this is not striking me as something that I'm likely to pull off. Like, will I have to simply I simply have to just really work it within the confines of a messed up system here. Alright, we can't do that. Alright, come on. Alright, well. That uses half the energy now to get to this point, and I'd kind of like a save point. And then ideally, I'm now just going to have to avoid damage and try to pike ball and use Roddy Tops as much as possible. Alright. 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 Yeah, and you have to get up to the headpiece, which pretty much means you have to do this whole first section without using any pike balls, and then you have to hope that the pike balls and Bolo are leveled up enough for that to work. So ideally you want to go right and do this, and then go up here, and then hit this, and then go ahead and leave. There we go. And hit up here and do that. I still just don't have enough magic, so yeah, unless my pike ball at full magic amount can hit her and do enough damage. Let's see. Wow. It is just a full magic bar of pike ball energy is what you needed, at least at level 2. I could definitely see some people rage quitting on this section. This is throwing in some fairly difficult boss battling in between what I would have expected to be more slow-paced puzzling. That really isn't. It's more platforming puzzling. So you managed to conquer another memory, did you? Huh. You're no closer to saving your friend than you were before. What a creep. Yeah, but Techno Baron kinda had a point, didn't he? Maybe it's time we set aside our differences and tried working as a team. My teamwork is fine. Yours stinks. Yours stinks. Mine is great. Sigh, never mind. Now, after Shantae freed the mermaids, where did she go next? For some reason I can't remember a thing. Interesting.
What?
Yeah, me neither. What gives? Oh, I know why. It's because while Shantae was fighting the mermaid, both of you had your memories stolen. Remember? No. Nah. Well, I was there, and I remember every detail. We just need to make sure things happen exactly as they did before. Don't worry, leave everything to me. Who's worried? Come on, you two have a lot of work to do. See, I wonder if now we're going to start going in a different path and we're not just going to end up doing the desert exactly the same way as it was before. Or or if we are just doomed to repeat the last 3 or 4 levels. That was awful. Yeah, my body's aching all over. Why'd we have to swap clothes and beat each other senseless with river trout? I told you, we had to reenact the memory exactly like it happened. Are you both still sucking on those ghost peppers I gave you? Yeah. Well, okay, then. We're here, the ruins of Old Tasseltown. Shantae came here to find your lost memories. Instead, she found the imposter. Imposter? The fake genie who took your memories. Remember? Not ringing any bells. She stole Shantae's job. Come on, this is easy. The fake. The one we all swore we never to talk about. Oh, Holly, the memory vampire. Oh boy. Did someone remember? They just constantly remember her. Nuts. Goody, I'm alive all over again. But weird. This feels kind of changed from last time. Why is that? It's because you're a memory of a memory inside another memory. How wonderful. It's like a glorious one-up loop. Now I'll be more powerful than ever. I'm gonna go see if my sweet Wilbur is back as well. Bye now. We've really gone and done it this time. Your fault. Boo on you. So much for teamwork. Yeah. I'm not gonna play this level for this in this recording, but I do want to see if maybe we can do something here. If I choose stage select. Alright, so we now know how this plays out. It's just going to be every world in a row, linearly. And at any point we could go back and try to get more of the little squids. I'm not sure we're actually going to get all the squids though. This is at 1080p. I don't know why that other section had reverted back to 720p for that. And then I guess our health is back to where it was. And since 2 of these are maxed, we just now would give all the coins to Bolo. Yeah. So far, I'm a little disappointed here in the sense that it seems like we are just playing all the levels 4 or 5 different times. There's a big difference between having the opportunity as a player to play a level with multiple characters and then the game forcing you to play every level 5 different times for each of the multiple characters. And yeah, I don't know if my tolerance for going through these same very linear levels is gonna hold out for the 3 remaining styles of play DLC elements. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend to follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. And if you want to support me further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.